Hey guys, how's it going? I'm making my YouTube video for my first time. I need you guys to subscribe below. You feel me? It's Mafios, Osiris, you feel me? And today we're gonna be making Mafios' famous barbecue ribs. My barbecue sauce of choice is gonna be two different ones. We got the spicy roasted garlic, and we have the honey barbecue sauce. I usually like brown sugar, but we're gonna use it this time, okay? So let's get into it. Click subscribe. Okay, so this may seem a little unorthodox. We got our ribs right here marinating in nothing but water, Blue Moon, a little dabs of Blue Moon just to get inside the meat, to open the meat. And we got teriyaki soy sauce, marinade and sauce. Make sure you get that marinade and sauce. Dab this along in there just to give it its flavor. And what this does is it seeps inside the ribs and gives it that teriyaki type kick. As for our vegetables, I could have chopped up a whole bunch of stuff, but I said, you know what, why not? Got this. Just gonna go ahead and throw that right on there to this tray with the ribs. And we're also gonna chop up some jalapeno because I like some spiciness with my shit. And some garlic too. Okay, so we took our ribs out and we just put it on the cutting board. I went on ahead and peeled that little membrane of fat off, you know, because it's just chewy and useless. So now I dabbed it with a paper towel to get all the marinade and stuff off. So now we're just gonna season it. But there's one trick that I like to do before I start fully seasoning it. Pay attention. And that's mustard. This is the trick. It keeps it moist at first. It gives it this nice little kick that doesn't just taste completely like mustard. And on top of everything, it lets the seasoning stick onto the meat and not fall off. Mustard. Only need about a dab. About that on one side, and then another on the other side. Just simply and just rub it around. Rub it nice on in there, all over that meat. I'm trying to rub it all over them. One coat's gonna cook right off anyways. And that's something what the finished product should look like. Nice and seasoned front and back. Ooh, looks so good. I wish y'all could smell this. So we're just gonna go ahead and take it right over here. And I'm just gonna set it right on top of this little shish kebab of vegetables and mushrooms. The mushrooms got its own little oil. This is what's gonna keep it nice and moist under. And you know, this rib, the way it's kind of shaped, is gonna give it some space. So it's gonna have nothing but moisture under there, considering that that's all the fat. Also, with the seasoning, just gonna be a clusterfuck of fucking flavor. Period. Sit down just like that. Next, just gonna add on our little sides. So we have some jalapeno and some cauliflower and some potatoes. This is all gonna go in the same rack as this. So all we're gonna do with this is pepper, salt, chili powder. Okay? Yep. So this is how it came out after we applied our potatoes, okay? So we're almost done. We went on ahead and started preheating the oven to about 425. And just after everything, this is how it comes out to. We went on ahead and put some more onions on top just to keep it nice and moist. Even though it's gonna stay moist, we just wanna make sure the surface is nice and moist. We got mushrooms, cucumber, squash, potatoes, bell peppers, red and green. It's gonna come out good. So it's getting ready to go into the oven. I'm gonna cover it with foil and leave it in the oven for about 30 minutes before I give it its first coat of barbecue sauce. Okay, so now our dinner has been sitting in the oven for about 25 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and take that out. So Take that out. I covered it with foil just so it could be nice and moist. We'll take it out just real quick to give it a nice coat of barbecue sauce. So let's see how this came out. Starting to cook up right there on the top. Vegetables starting to do their thing and get nice and moist in there. Now we're just gonna add some barbecue sauce. So on this one we're gonna be using Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. Simple, we just go like this. Just putting the glaze for it to cook over so it stays nice and moist. Then we just take this. Just rub it all in, smear it in, you know, all over. What that's gonna do is create a glaze of barbecue-ness. This is what makes it barbecue ribs. You have to glaze it in between it cooking also, so the barbecue sauce seeps in. Foil back on top, back into the oven for another 25 minutes. And you're basically just gonna keep doing this process until it's done. Okay, so again, it's been 25 minutes. I've been just doing some cleaning up. And at 25 minutes, we're gonna go ahead and take our ribs out again to give it another coat of barbecue sauce. Just take it right there. Spill some sauce right out of there. Okay, that's just let you know how juicy it is. So hold on. Here we go. Ooh, nice. Look at that. So we're just gonna take some more barbecue sauce again. And then we're just gonna put it on. Then we're just gonna take this and dabble it all over it. All over it. It's gonna stay nice and moist regardless. But we want that as much barbecue flavor in that meat as possible. Nice little glazes on top. Back in the oven. Okay, so again, another 25 minutes has passed. We're gonna take it out the oven. Very careful. My bad about that fan, it was hella loud. But, oh damn. See, I put the onions on top just to keep it nice and moist and seep on into that meat. I wish y'all could smell this, but as you can see, our cauliflower and potatoes are starting to get nice and soft and tender. Ooh, that's hot. So this lets me know the meat is damn near done, but we're gonna give it another deuce 5. So I went on ahead and cut the meat to separate it. At this process, now it is time to add our secret ingredient. So it's just about done. I just turned it off. We're about to get it out right now. Let's see what we got. Oh, just what I was looking for. So we have our dinner done, pretty much. You see it nice and sizzling still. Look at that. We got our potatoes with the cauliflower and the vegetables all nice and roasted. Everything stupidly moist, nothing overcooked or dry. I don't even know how good this is, man. Okay, so here we are trying it. Look at that, stupidly tender. Got a nice even coat right on the top. The vegetables is at the bottom, so it's nice and moist under there. Still seasoned. Let's see, it's falling right off the bone. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that bone coming straight out. That's just a piece of meat right there. Look. That's actually really good. That's actually really, really good. What's good for potatoes, fruit and sweat. 100%. Nice and soft, flavorful. The fat gave it that nice and cheap. The nice and good taste. The bell pepper. A little bit of that with some rib. We got the cauliflower right here. Slice. Everything is perfect.